What's up guys, Artem MMA Analysis here. Just deleted a 30-minute video that I made on this card. Because dude, why would anyone want to watch a 30-minute breakdown where I'm not even confident in many of the fights? That's the thing, man. What I'm going to say right now is I'm not that confident. I haven't looked at this card. The first time I looked at this card was like 20 minutes ago when I was recording the video. I'm going to be quickly going through. I only really want this to be a 10-minute video just to let you guys know my initial thoughts on the card. And let's just get straight into it. Sabina, Mazo, Miranda, Maverick. My pick at the moment is Miranda Maverick with a lot of confidence, man. She looks pretty good against Macy Barber. She won that fight against Macy Barber. She got robbed. She did lose to Erin Blanchfield, though. He's a legitimate black belt on the ground, legitimate grappler as well. Sabina Mazo, on the other hand, fought 4 months ago against Maria Agapola, got pieced up on the feet and then submitted on the ground. She actually got knocked down in the third round. She does have good wins in the UFC, though. But I think this is a battle of two prospects. They're 24 years old. I think Miranda Maverick's going to take it. A lot of people have confidence in Maverick as well. Sabina Mazo also has lost to Maria Moraes, who also fought today at UFC 272. JJ Aldrich versus Gillian Robertson. Gillian Robertson, legit grappler. I think she's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, or is she a black belt? Someone let me know in the comments below. I know she's a very good grappler. She's got like the most submission wins in UFC flyweight women's history with like 4, I think. Submitted Priscilla Cachoeira. She's trying to gouge her eyes out. Priscilla Cachoeira still in the UFC after completely robbing Jin Yong Kim, I think her name was. Yeah, that was bad. JJ Aldrich on a little bit of a win streak, but I don't think she's ready for this kind of level of grappling that Gillian Robertson is going to bring to the table. I've got JJ Aldrich to win this fight. I think she's going to... No, sorry, I've got Gillian Robertson to win this fight. I think she's going to win it by submission. Pretty confident pick, in my opinion. Matt Semelsberger, AJ Fletcher. AJ Fletcher coming fresh off a flying knee knockout of Dana White's Contender Series. As you guys know, I love Dana White's Contender Series, but unfortunately the guys that have been winning on Dana White's Contender Series just haven't been winning their UFC debuts, man. Apart from Jailton Almeida, that guy's a beast. That guy is scary. No, he's fought some not so great levels of competition on the regional scene. 6-3 guy's probably his best win, apart from the 10-2 guy that he fought on Dana White's Contender Series. Knocked him out in the first round. I think Matt Semelsberger is going to have his number, though. The thing with it, what impressed me so much in his 15-second KO over Martin Sano is he figured him out on the feet. Martin Sano threw a combination. Matt Semelsberger figured out what he does with his hands and his body. And as soon as Martin Sano threw that exact same combination again, he threw a right cross that just knocked him out clean. Has one lost to Chaos Williams in the UFC by decision. Respect, man, respect. And he's got good wins. He knocked out Jason Witt as well, who's a crazy wrestler. I think Semelsberger by KO is the play to beat the undefeated AJ Fletcher here. Dana White's Contender Series guys just haven't been looking great. Damon Jackson, Kamuela, Kirk. This is a fight I need to research. Kamuela Kirk coming off UFC debut against Makwana Makani, who's also a grappler. Damon Jackson was also a grappler with a very, very good record, might I add, as well. His losses are to the undefeated guys, Ilia Topuria and Maverick Kabuliev. Man, he's got some good wins, though. That Charles Rosa win was pretty impressive by decision. I think that was actually a very close fight from memory, but once again, a fight I need to look into. I've got Damon Jackson by decision, maybe even a submission you could throw on there. Azamat Murzakanov. This is a guy, man, that fought at 205 in his Dana White's Contender Series fight. Dana White signed him and said, you know what, I kind of wouldn't mind you fighting at 185. He does actually have a knockout win over Andre Muniz, who I think is actually in the top 15. This is the guy that submitted Jacare Souza. Azamat Murzakanov has knocked him out, but now he's 35 years old, making his UFC debut, man. He's not a young prospect. And he's fighting at 205 instead of 185 like Dana wants, but he has actually taken fights at 265 against Felipe Lins and Jared Vandeira on short notice, but they fell out. So this is why this is his debut. He knocked out a guy in the first round who was 14-6. Tafon and Nchukwi, also a Dana White's Contender Series guy, knocked out Ali Matavo in the first round with a T-kick, beat Jamie Pickett, who's alright. I do think more highly of Jamie Pickett now that he's beaten Joseph Holmes, but I still don't think too highly of him. He just most recently lost to Kyle Dalcha on short notice, by the way. Lost his decision to Junior Park, who's legit, and beat Slow Mike Rodriguez. I think Azamat Murzakanov, he's an older guy, but I think he's potentially got at least a top 15 run in him at the 205-pound division. He's got legit KO power on the feet. I think he's going to get the job done. Cody Brundage, Dalcha Lungiambula. I think Cody Brundage poses a very good wrestling threat to this one here. I think Dalcha Lungiambula coming off a loss to Marc-Andre Barriault. He's not too bad of a competition there. He does have KO power on the feet. Dalcha Lungiambula, he may be an older guy, and he may be very, very short for the 185-pound division, but he's strong, he's built. I don't have a confident pick here, but I do think Cody Brundage is just not quite experienced enough to be fighting this level of competition right now. He did fight Dig Maximov, looked pretty good on short notice on that pay-per-view card when Nick Diaz was fighting. But for now, I've got Lungiambula by KO or decision. Not a lot of confidence yet because I haven't researched the fight. Javid Basharat coming fresh off a very, very impressive win on Dana White's Contender Series off a 16-0 guy that we're talking a lot of smack about him, man. Talking a lot of smack about his country. Javid obviously didn't let that get to his head and eventually won the fight. He's beaten good guys in the regional scene. He's beaten some terrible guys in the regional scene as well. But yeah, 11-0 record, somewhat padded with a few like not so great guys like 2-2, 2-39 thrown in there, but he's beaten 11-1 guys and he's beaten 5-0 guys on the way up and then beat a 16-0 guy. He's fighting Trevin Jones though. Trevin Jones has some legitimate KO power on the feet. I think he's got all wins by KO in the UFC. Timo Valiev, I can't remember what happened with that situation there. Mario Batista took on Siyuduka Kakramonov on short notice and lost towards the end. Javid Basharat, 5 wins by KO, 6 wins by submission. I don't think the fight goes the distance. Basharat, either by KO or submission, but I do think he's probably going to take the fight to the ground and submit Jones in this one here. Guido Canidi versus Chris Mutino. This is the UFC giving Chris Mutino a win, in my personal opinion. Guido Canidi's 42 years old. He's 8-6. He won a split decision over Mano Martinez, but he didn't really look incredible in that one. I do think Mano Martinez did win the fight. I think the fight takes place on the feet. I think Chris Mutino's just going to out-volume him. He's going to probably take a bit of punishment potentially, but it's Guido Canidi, who's 42. Chris Mutino by decision is my pick here. I think he's just going to land more volume strikes on Guido Canidi here. Guido Canidi, 42 years old with an 8-6 record. I don't know, man. Drew Dober versus Terrence McKinney. Very short notice fight for Terrence McKinney on this one here. Taking the fight on like 7 or 8 days notice. And this is his ticket to the top 15. Drew Dober, borderline top 15 fighter. Most recently fought Islam Makhachev 11 months ago and then fought Brad Riddell after that. His wins by KO over Alexander Hernandez and Nasrat Haqparast. Nasrat Haqparast pretty much a what do you even call it, man? Almost a ranked fighter at the moment. He is on a losing streak himself, but still has good wins, man. And Terrence McKinney, on the other hand, Freezy submitted him in the first round, knocked out Matt Frivola in the first round. But he did fight 1 week ago. He's making another weight cut. Definitely cause for concern there. I don't want to sleep and I don't want to disrespect Drew Dober because he is a dog, for sure. And he is the favorite in this fight, but I'm going to be picking the underdog. I'm jumping on the hype train, man. I'm sorry, this is more of a hype train pick than anything else. I'm going with McKinney inside the distance, dude. He's legit. He's got legit power on the feet, and he's obviously showing good grappling as well. Khalil Roundtree versus Carl Robertson. Not going to lie to you guys, I know nothing about this fight. Really need to research it. Don't know too much about the guy. I do know Khalil Roundtree a little bit, though, because he's from The Ultimate Fighter. If you guys don't know, I love The Ultimate Fighter. Carl Robertson, on the other hand, 2-fight losing streak to legit guys. Brendan Allen by submission, can't really blame that. Marvin Vittori by submission, can't really blame that either. But he's not that active. He hasn't shown much activeness, and now he's moving up to 205 pounds from 185. Will it be a smart move? I don't know, because I think if Carl Robertson loses this fight, he's probably going to get cut from the UFC. I don't know about Khalil Roundtree. Even if he loses this fight, he's probably still going to be in the UFC. But yeah, give me Khalil Roundtree to win this fight. Probably by KO, but not a lot of confidence at all because I haven't researched this fight. Alex Caceres versus Sadiq Yusuf. I kind of want to pick Caceres. In this one, but this is another fight which I just haven't researched and I don't know anything about. I'm not going to lie to you guys and just give you a confident pick right off the bat. I can give you a confident pick in 2 days' time, or maybe even tomorrow when I watch the fights later tonight. It's only 9 p.m, so I've got heaps of time to do it. Alex Caceres, he fights very, very strange. He's got an awkward style. He's got good ground game. He's got alright stand up as well. He did get kneed in the head off the ground by Sungwoo Choi, almost knocked out I think as well. Yeah, he got hurt anyway, and then he came back and submitted Sungwoo Choi. That's a good win. He's on a win streak, but they're not against the greatest guys in the world. Kevin Kroom, Austin Springer, Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper's alright. I guess he was the underdog in that fight, and Stephen Peterson as well. Sadiq Yusuf, on the other hand, more of the top 15 level competition, lost to Arnold Allen recently. No shame in that. He's fighting Dan Hooker soon, and apart from that, he's been fighting pretty good guys. Not a lot of confidence in this fight. I want to pick a series. I can't give you guys a confident pick at all, man. It seems like the fans have Sadiq Yusuf, so I might jump on the Sadiq Yusuf side. I need to watch some Sadiq Yusuf fights, though. This is a fight I'm still looking forward to. Bruno Silva versus Alex Pereira. Bruno Silva, 22-6, 19 knockouts, Those 6 losses, 5 of them are by submission. Do I think Alex Pereira is going to submit Bruno Silva? Definitely not. This fight is taking place on the feet. It's also worth noting that a lot of people weren't very happy with this matchup being made. I don't know why, man. You've got 2 guys that are prospects, but the older prospects. Bruno Silva's 33 years old almost. Alex Pereira's almost 35 years old. The UFC are trying to boost both of these guys to the top 15 as soon as they possibly can. And the reason they're doing that is because they're both pretty old in the UFC careers. Let's be realistic, man. 35 and 33, not the youngest to be a prospect in MMA right now. They definitely want to see Alex Pereira, sorry, just making sure I'm actually recording, Alex Pereira and Bruno Silva in the top 15, but I definitely say that they want Alex Pereira to fight Israel Adesanya as soon as possible, because that would be a big money fight. Alex Pereira has beaten Israel Adesanya twice in kickboxing, I believe. Can he beat him in MMA? Can he be a UFC champion? I don't know. He's going to have to get through Bruno Silva first. Bruno Silva's not going to be taking this fight to the ground, guys. 5 submission losses and 0 submission wins. That doesn't sound like a guy that can submit Alex Pereira. It doesn't sound like a guy that can take Alex Pereira to the ground either. We're getting a striking fight. We're getting an exciting striking fight. This will end in a KO either way. I'm jumping on Pereira. I do think he's got the better kickboxing. He's got that world glory level kickboxing as well. Not the same as MMA. Striking, I do understand, but I do think he's going to beat Bruno Silva on this fight here. Very competitive though. Yadong Song versus Marlon Moraes. I think Yadong Song might be a very might be a big favorite over this one, but you can't really sleep on Marlon Moraes. This is a bad run for him. This is a very, very bad run for Marlon Moraes, but you got to think about the good run he had. He had a very good win. He knocked out Aljamain Sterling by a knee, which is kind of ironic. He knocked out Jimmy Rivera in 33 seconds, submitted Rafael Assunção in the first round, did lose to Henry Cejudo, split decision to Jose Aldo. A lot of people think Jose Aldo did win that fight, and this is when it all started. He got knocked out by Corey Sandhagen pretty bad, got knocked out by Rob Font, got ground and pounded by Ravdashvili after hurting Ravdashvili. I think what's going to happen is Marlon Moraes is going to hurt Yadong Song on the feet here. But Yadong Song's going to stay composed. As a young guy, as a young 24-year-old, I do think he's going to come back and knock out Marlon Moraes. This is not a good fight for poor Marlon Moraes. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. I think Yadong Song's going to finish him probably late in the fight as well. I do think Marlon Moraes is going to find success on the feet. It's just not going to be enough to beat Yadong Song. Magomed Ankalaev, Thiago Santos, what a great main event in my opinion. A battle between 2 prospects. If Magomed Ankalaev wins this fight, I think he's probably one big win away from a title shot potentially. And Thiago Santos, on the other hand, he's an older guy. He's about 38 years old now. I think the same thing. He beats Magomed Ankalaev, one more win, and we've got a title shot for Thiago Santos, the guy that went to a split decision with John Jones only 2 years ago as well, by the way. But after that, he did go on a bit of a losing streak. Does have a win over former champion Jan Blachowicz. Maybe a rematch could be on the cards for that one there, but I got Magomed Ankalaev in this one. He showed very, very good kickboxing against the kickboxer Volkan Oezdemir. He's got 2 wins over Ion Cutelaba, who I think is actually top 15 at the moment. And he did knock out Dalcha Lungiambula, who is on this card as well. I've seen a few people say Magomed Ankalaev submission. I think we're just going to see a good stand-up fight for 5 rounds. I think he's going to beat Thiago Santos. He's going to out-volume Thiago Santos. He did look alright against Johnny Walker, but he didn't look amazing, you know what I mean? He didn't knock him out like Jamal Hill did. So, yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. But I need to see what kind of happened with that. Maybe it was an early stoppage, and Ion Cutelaba wanted to fight him again, but he still knocked him out in the first round anyway. Again, it's 1 loss to Paul Craig. Paul Craig is on the come up. Maybe that would be a pretty good rematch to have eventually, unless they've already done it. Have they already done it? No, they haven't. So yeah, that would be pretty good to see. But let me have a look. Very good, very, very good amateur record as well. I didn't realize. But let's see. He's got 1 submission win. Nah, we're going Magomed Ankalaev. Not by submission, man. This fight's been on the feet. I think Magomed Ankalaev could potentially chin him late in the fight, though. Late in the fight when Thiago Santos is tired. But I think we're just going to see good fight. I'm on the Ankalaev side. A lot of people sleeping on Santos. Man, a lot of people sleeping on Santos. Ankalaev's going to get the job done. Either a decision or a KO, in my opinion. I'll look into it more. How long is this video? This video was 13 minutes. Okay, that's a lot better than my 30-minute early breakdown. So, see you guys later.